Hello, thanks so much for watching. Okay, so I've been having a lot of questions like what happens on a Pilates retreat, because they're not really a familiar thing, right? A lot of people have heard about yoga retreats, and if you practice yoga, it's like this amazing meditated, just getting one with the earth kind of thing. And a Pilates retreat is similar and not, right? We don't have yoga. There is yoga at the one place that I do my Pilates retreats in Cambodia, but what we do have some sort of cleanse, but we are eating real food, and we are learning how to incorporate relaxation, wellness, and our Pilates practice into a week of vacation, right? Because you have to get out of your schedule sometimes to focus on other things so that when you come back into your life, you can add it in. So what happens in Cambodia, I'll talk about that one because that's a retreat I love to do, and I'm going back this August and in February. You arrive, a tuk-tuk will await you and take you from the airport to our yoga shala, and we have this amazing Cambodian / French farm-to-table vegetarian vegan dinner. Real food, nothing processed. You will be full. So if you're like, oh, I can't go on a cleanse, it's not a cleanse, it's real food, and it's not processed because they don't process anything there. It's freaking awesome. Then we wake up early and we do a class in one of the yoga shalas, usually the upstairs one, which is like being in a tree. After class we have breakfast, and we either go on a tour right then or a workshop. So we do one or the other on the first day, depends on what my tour guide's availability is. And the workshop goes over how to make Pilates your own practice that you can do without me. Like, I don't want you to need me every day. Pilates shouldn't have to be a luxury, right? You should be able to do your Pilates mat without me. And so we go deep into each exercise. And if there's an exercise you can't do, we find out a way for you to do an exercise in place of that could eventually get you there, right? And then you have lunch. You have free time. We go see the sunset over the braai. We have dinner together. Then you can go off to the night market or go to bed or go read or go hang out in a hammock. It's kind of amazing, all the options you can do. And then the next day we do, one of two other things. If we went on a tour the day before, then we have the workshop. If we went on a workshop on the first day, we go on tour. Yes, so class in the morning, breakfast, tour. We go and see all these incredible temples, and the way I use my tour guide is to make sure that you get to really experience a unique way of getting into the temples. We don't always go in the main routes. We kind of go back roads so that you can see the way the villagers live. You get to hear stories about each temple and whether it's originally Hindu or Buddhist, who built it, what did they build it for. Hopefully we'll go back to the pink temple. It just really depends on weather. And I love the pink temple. It's literally pink and it's 1,000 years old, and the details are just insanely incredible. And we have, all 3 meals together. And then the next day we have a similar day to Monday, which is wake up, class, breakfast, workshop, and then you have all this free time to go check out more temples or the Silk Museum, or there's some incredible shopping to do. I go sit at my favorite cafe and eat sweet potato fries and read a book until it's time for dinner. And on Thursday we get to do a sunrise tour of the temples, and we go have breakfast where the villagers have breakfast, which is just a better way to experience life. It's kind of amazing what they have for breakfast, and like filling and fuel, and the coffee is delicious. And like being away from tourists is just an incredible thing to do, and I highly recommend that when you travel that you do things the way the locals do it, not the way tourists do it. It's not like Disneyland. And then we tour some more after breakfast, and we're home in time for a lunch, and we have class later in the day that day, and then we have dinner together. I like to do dinner together at a restaurant, my favorite restaurant, and that's just a pleasure for me to take everybody off the yoga shala, and go have dinner at one of my favorite restaurants owned by an expat. They have a location in Phnom Penh too, so but I wish they had this restaurant in LA. I would eat there every day. I would never even go grocery shopping. And then Friday morning is our last day, and we have class and then breakfast, and then it's time to go. And I'll be going off to Japan this time, and I have retreaters who are going off to Thailand. You can also just go home. If you only want to miss 5 days of work, you can do that too. But what happens on a Pilates retreat is that you have a decent scheduled vacation, plenty of free time, lots of things to see, with a guide that is just more intelligent than anything you'd find out of a book. And then you get a Pilates practice every day, so you just see what it's like to do Pilates every day in your body, and then you learn how to do each exercise for your body. So not off a video, not off of a book, just like how your body is supposed to do the saw. And then you go home and you have this new habit to take with you. And that's what happens on a Pilates retreat with me. So if I don't see you in August, that's a bummer, but I should see you because it's a really good trip. And then again, we have one in February. You can check out any retreats I'm doing, all the updated schedule at lesleyloganpilates.com. 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 All right, I hope to see you at a retreat soon. Have an awesome day.